Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is KarlosPokemon and welcome to a brand new video. During the many years and many seasons of the Pokemon anime, Ash Ketchum has owned a lot of Pokemon. Not quite a Pokédex full, but hey, maybe he's going for quality over quantity. Okay, well they can't all be winners, right?
Definitely, and for sure, there are a few more bad ones. But hey, that's a collab for a different video. Hey guys, PokéDan here, and today we'll be talking about some of our favourite Pokemon owned by Ash Ketchum. Of course, this is the second half of our two-part collab, so once you're done here, be sure to check out the first half over on my channel.
Oh yeah, we're collabing. We haven't done that before. Another thing, we won't be mentioning Ash's Pikachu, Charizard or Greninja because it's just been talked about way too much and we all know how great they are. But anyway, let's begin. Of all the 800 plus Pokemon we have, which one would you say best matches the characteristics of Ash Ketchum? And if you said Trubbish, you would be correct. But that's not the Pokemon we're talking about, so let's just... The Pokemon we think is one of Ash's strongest, and honestly one of my favourites too, is Snorlax. Snorlax came into Ash's journey during the Orange Island season, where it had been ravaging the Grapefruit Island's vegetation. However, after a cunning plan by our smart and totally not oblivious protagonist was carried out, he and Pikachu managed to capture it. And during Snorlax's run of screen time, it helped Ash in numerous battles. From its debut against Rhydon to Harrison's Hypno, Snorlax was a beast, and I think it should definitely make more appearances in future seasons of the Pokemon anime.
Ash Ketchum has owned almost every early bird Pokemon, and they've all been fairly memorable. However, for me, Staraptor has to be my favourite. I grew up watching reruns of the Kanto anime, and yeah, Pidgeot was cool, however it didn't really stand out for me due to it not being used that much. It was when I was watching the Sinnoh anime where I found my favourite bird Pokemon, Staraptor. Ash's Staraptor was really useful on his Sinnoh team. When Team Rocket would show up and take some Pokemon, it would always be the Pokemon that Ash sent out into battle, often ordering it to slash Team Rocket's air balloon. As well as this, Staraptor was pretty strong, and that's what I like in a Pokemon. So for all these reasons, Staraptor takes the number 4 spot.
Sitting pretty at number 3 is Ash's Sceptile, and I mean, what can I say about this Pokemon that hasn't already been said before by many other PokeTubers on many other videos whenever the topic of Ash's Pokemon is brought up? Darkrai. It be a freaking Darkrai. You cannot talk about Sceptile without mentioning that battle. But other than its impressive win in the Generation 4 anime, Sceptile was just as awesome in its native region of Hoenn, racking up wins, building a closer bond with Ash, and that's all before mentioning its most important bit, that little twig. No, but seriously, even though it was a quite stubborn Pokemon, as both a Trico and a Grovyle, it always seemed to come through for Ash, even when it was injured or had the type disadvantage. Oh, and let's not forget that cute as hell crush it had on Meganium.
Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have another member of Ash's Sinnoh team. It's Infernape. Okay, how could I not talk about this Pokemon? Honestly, I'd say it's one of Ash's most iconic Pokemon, and for good reason too. Throughout the anime, Ash's Infernape showed itself to be a really strong Pokemon, and it also faced its own issues as well. Firstly, there was the whole situation with Paul, the trainer who abandoned it as a Chimchar, and even after that and Chimchar joined Ash's team, it still struggled with its Blaze ability. But it wasn't all bad with this Pokemon though. Throughout its story in the anime, it was shown to be a genuinely funny character, and one that nearly everyone adored. Also, include me in nearly everyone because it's one of my favourite Pokemon that Ash has ever owned.
Finally, at the top spot on our list of Ash Ketchum's best Pokemon is Squirtle. And Bulbasaur. What? We couldn't choose, okay? Both Bulbasaur and Squirtle had some great moments throughout the first season of the anime, such as Bulbasaur's debut defending its friend Oddish, Squirtle's time as the leader of the Squirtle Squad, Bulbasaur vs Duplica's Ditto, Squirtle's assistance to get away from the shipwreck of the SSN, both Pokemon helped Ash along his way in the Indigo League, and so many more. It was honestly impossible to make this list without thinking of these two, and both had such character there was no way of picking one over the other. While Squirtle and Bulbasaur didn't have massive roles in the series like Pikachu or its Charizard, we definitely feel like they were among among Ash's most trusted Pokemon, and that's why we had to place these two at the top of our list. So that's it, that's our list, but as with any opinion-based list, there are always more opinions that can be heard, and that might change our views in the future. So let us know of some of yours down in the comments. I'd like to thank Dan for helping me with this video, and having me over on his channel too. Make sure you go and check that out. But for here, and for now, I'm afraid it's all but over. All that's left for you guys to do is to hit that like button if you enjoyed it, press that subscribe button if you're new here, and of course I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time.